Hi guys, welcome back to ChaBui Playz. So today we are going to continue our set review for Cosmic Eclipse, and this time we are going for the other Japanese set expansion, Dream League. So last time we went through the set review for Remix Bout, and since Cosmic Eclipse consists of 3 Japanese expansion, now we move on to the next one, which is Dream League. So for Dream League, I think something that's special from this set is that now you can find this new rarity called CHR. So it's a character rare. It's pretty interesting. It's mostly just any Pokemon, even basic Pokemon that is like normal Pokemon, but it's just like a full art. So okay, I will show some of the pictures in the video. So it looks like that, and it's a very interesting gimmicks. I don't know how much the price will shoot up for these cards, but it looks pretty and they look very nice. So more cards to collect, more cards for the Pokemon company to, get our money from. But yeah, okay, without further ado, let's just move on to the review. Okay, first up on the grass type we have Oddish and Gloom. Okay, nothing really special from these two Pokemon, and we'll just move on to the evolution. So the evolution here we have a Vileplume GX, so it's a normal GX Pokemon with Erica on the back. The ability Fragrant Flower Garden. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. I think this is quite strong, and it's a typical grass deck healing stuff, and it heals 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. It's like you're going to make the bench spread damage deck becomes quite obsolete because of these abilities. Yeah, but otherwise, because most probably you're going to focus on your active Pokemon only, then we'll see a bit of limitation in its use. Okay, then the next one, 2 energy, Big Bloom 180 minus damage. Okay, so this attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Okay, so I guess this works with the ability. And you want the Vileplume GX to attack with full HP. I don't really like this because 180 damage is fine. For stage 2, a bit hard to set up. And 2 energy also is fine. 180 damage is actually sounds normal. And now you have to do 10 less damage for each damage counter in this Pokemon. Nowadays, Pokemon can do a lot of damage. So let's say at least next turn, your opponent's Pokemon, let's say, do 130 damage. So you have 110 HP left. Then you have to heal up 30 damage from this Pokemon. You still have like 10 damage counter on this Pokemon. And 10 damage counter makes your attack becomes 80 damage, which is very, very low for a stage 2 GX. And yeah, I don't really like this. Yeah, I don't think this card will be played so much. Maybe 1 copy, but it's a stage 2 also. So even if you're considering playing 1 copy in a grass type deck, it's just a bit bulky, and there are other cards that are better out there. Even for a healer, Shaymin is considerably better. Or maybe if you consider Leafeon, still out there, don't have the energy evolution EV, but they can also heal your active Pokemon for enough damage compared to evolving a stage 2 Pokemon. Yeah, I don't really see this card being played. Collection value is definitely there. I think this set has a lot of cards with the arts that is with their trainers, and definitely have a bit of collection value there. So I guess that's better than obsolete cards that has no collection value. So obsolete cards that have collection value, why not? Okay, and the GX attack itself is Allergy Bomb GX, 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, burned, and paralyzed. I think the most relevant one is just paralyzed. Poison and burn is just an extra, but again, you need to set up a stage 2 Vileplume GX for this. I don't think it's worth it. There are a lot of other cards that can do this better. Okay, so yeah, let's just move on from the Vileplume GX. That is actually the only grass type we have. Now we move on to the fire type. First up, we have Slugma and Macago. Okay, Slugma is just a basic, nothing important. Macago has a first attack, stomp off, discard 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. And the second attack is Flamethrower. 80 damage, discard an energy from this Pokemon. Okay, I can see this card being played if you are playing mill deck, because it's more consistent than I think the Rhydon needs. We have Rhydon for milling that needs to be evolved, right? And you need evolution spray. At least if you have this, you can just keep attacking using the first attack and discard 2 cards from the opponent's top deck. But then the HP itself is very low. 120 HP, I think most Pokemon can one hit this Macago nowadays. So unless there's a really like importance in milling the opponent's deck, I don't really see this card being played also. Okay, next up we have Toko. Basic Pokemon, Fire Fling, put 4 higher energy cards from this card pile into your hand. I don't see why you need this because you have Fire Crystal nowadays. And the 3 fire energy, Kindle 100 damage. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. Then discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. This is actually quite interesting because Fire type deck can charge 3 energy to a Pokemon immediately using Welder and just attach energy from hand. So your Toko can actually be made quite consistent. And the HP itself is not so bad for a basic Pokemon. Then you just need to make sure that you can attack each turn, then disturb the opponent's Pokemon and stall with the Toko a bit. So I'm actually quite interested. It's normal, there's nothing very amazing from it, but we can see this card being played to disturb opponent's non-GX. I don't think this card will work very well against tag team GX like Reshizard and of course the other one Braixen and Charizard because they charge energy very fast. But for other styles that doesn't charge so fast, I think Toko itself can actually put up quite a bit of a fight. Okay, or you may even consider putting maybe 1 or 2 copies of this card to a fire type tag team GX deck for a non-GX attacker because you might need that nowadays if you're scared of Keldeo GX or the Alolan Persian GX. Okay, we move on now towards the water type. I think this set shouldn't be a very big set, so yeah, we should be able to go through everything, I hope. Okay, water type we have Sneasel and Weavile. Okay, Sneasel basic, nothing amazing. Weavile is a stage 1. Okay, first attack, Nasty Plot, 1 dark energy. So this is a water type Pokemon that requires a dark energy. Search your deck up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is very similar to Hoopa GX, but with it being a non-GX, I think it's a good idea if you want to play it. And you know, what was I saying? If you want to play it and only give up 1 prize card. And the second attack, 3 energy, 2 darkness and 1 colorless, slash claw, 110 damage. Okay, so again, this is another addition that you want to put in your dark types deck to hit weakness on those fire decks. But I think the damage is a bit lackluster because the problem is Reshizard has 270 HP. Yeah, so you need to have at least 140 damage, base damage, to be able to one hit on the Reshizard. And this Weavile can 2 hit the Reshizard, which is almost the same as other dark type attackers out there for Dark Box. At least I was looking at, you know, is that called Greninja and Zoroark? I'm pretty sure it can 2 hit and even 1 hit sometimes. Tyranitar and Sableye, I forgot the exact base damage that they do, but I believe they can 2 hit or 1 hit it as well. So I don't see it as very important card unless you really want to counter the, you know, counter fire type in your dark type deck. But then again, Snorunt and Frostlass can do that job much better. They only need 1 energy and it's a 1 colorless energy that you can put in more or less any deck. And they can do 140 damage, which times 2 for weakness can exactly kill the opponent's Braixen, Charizard, and Reshiram Charizard. Yeah, I don't see this card being played a lot unless you really want to try it. Frostlass and Snorunt is really still a better choice to counter those fire type decks. Okay, next up we have Piplup Line. Okay, Piplup and Printlup, I think nothing very interesting. Okay, let's see the Printplup's second attack. 3 water energy direct dive. Discard all energy from this Pokemon and do 100 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, this is actually quite interesting. So it does a lot of damage. It needs a lot of energy and it's water energy, so it might be a bit hard to charge. You might consider playing it, with Quagsire and Negadadel, or even the new Piplup Blastoise that is coming up. Because with the Piplup and Blastoise, you can also use it to charge this Printlup. So the Printlup, I think, quite good to snipe damage to your opponent's bench if needed to, when needed to, considering that nowadays it's not very easy to Guzma using custom catches and stuff. But then considering also the the things that is coming out is a great catcher from Remix Bout, then you might not actually need this card anymore. You can just play Great Catcher, I think that's the name, right? Yeah, Great Catcher, and you don't need to snipe it, just put it in the active and attack it normally. Okay, then we move on to the evolution, Empoleon. Okay, stage 2, first attack, choose an attack from this Pokemon's previous evolution and use it as this attack. Okay, so the Empoleon will be very strong because of the Prinplup's attack. Oh, okay, I didn't realize, but the Prinplup's attack is actually quite amazing also. Okay, I'll read it now. Okay, 3 water energy bubble hold, 80 damage. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. Now I changed my mind. This Empoleon is strong. So what is happening here is, when you use recall, you only use 1 colorless energy. So it's very, very cheap. You might need to discard all energy, but if you discard all energy, you only discard 1 energy that is attached to it. Yeah. So using the first attack recall, you can choose the 2 attacks. Actually 3, but the other one not very important. Really not very important. 1 water energy for 20 damage. Okay, let's move on. Okay, you can choose the 2 attack. If the opponent is a basic Pokemon, you can choose Piplup's attack for 80 damage and the opponents cannot attack. So they have to switch. Unless the opponent is very fast switching deck, then you might consider using this attack and just stall it out because the opponent just can't attack. Otherwise, you can use Prinplup's attack. You discard all energy and do 100 damage to the opponent's bench and snipe the opponent's bench. So I can see this card being very, very good. I'm very interested. The Empoleon looks very, very strong. And especially against all the Tag Team GX nowadays, they are all basic Pokemon. So by just using Piplup's attack, you can already block everything and it becomes a stall at the same time. And you're doing damage at the same time. You can even snipe when you need it. It is very versatile, so it's really depending on the opponent's deck. You can choose what kind of attacks you want to use. This is very, very good. Okay, then of course the Empoleon's attack itself, Aqua Fall, 2 colorless energy, 130 damage, discard all energy to this Pokemon. Okay, the good thing is, like I said, it's very versatile because you can either block the opponents from attacking, you can either snipe the opponent's bench Pokemon, or you can use it just to attack the opponent's active Pokemon directly. 130 damage. Sadly, we don't hit the knocked out on Reshiram and Charizard, but I think most of the GX that don't need the Piplup's attack will be 2 hit by this. 260 damage for 2 hits, so you don't need to worry about that. It's still very strong. The HP itself is also quite high. You have 160 HP, so very likely that you'll survive 1 damage from non-GX and even some of the GXs. The retreat cost is 2, but as I was saying in my previous video, now we have this thing called Shuffle and Beware. So if you really want a way to retreat your Empoleon very easily and keep switching, right, you can run one of Shuffle Beware, and the Beware will decrease your active Pokemon retreat cost into by 2 colors energy. So it's after reduction it becomes 0. Yeah. So I can see this card being very, very good. I'm really looking forward to try to play this deck. And yeah, really really versatile. I really really like it. Okay, I should stop saying that. Okay, then let's just move on. Here we have Timple and Wishy-Washy. Okay, Timple, I think the evolution should be a ground type, so we'll see it again later. Other than that, it's just a normal basic type Pokemon. And Wishy-Washy here is a basic Pokemon with 180 HP. That is amazing for a non-GX. Let's see the ability, this first. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, flip a coin at the end of your opponent's turn. If tails, shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. Okay, so is it like, oh, okay, the ability is called Disperse, so I guess it's showing that you are damaged and there's a chance that your Wishy-Washy is going to run away. Okay, this is not very good, and I'm not sure how you want to play this with, unless you wanted a non-GX attacker that you need to run away. A good thing is it's very unlikely for your Wishy-Washy to die in one turn because it has 180 HP. Only some of the tag team GXs can do that much damage. But to set up a water colorless, a 3 energy for one attack is not that easy also. I know we have Kyogre and the Piplup Blastoise coming up, but you also still need time to charge it. So I can see some people play this when they need a non-GX attacker, but if I remember, the Kyogre should be able to do the same thing as well. But okay, I'm not sure if the ability is actually a good thing for this card or not, but we'll see. I think I see potential, and I see that people might be interested to put a few copies and just use it to attack once, then go away, then attack once and keep going away. The good thing is because it's still a basic Pokemon, so you don't need to worry about wasting a turn to evolve it and stuff. Okay, we'll see. There are a lot of good potentials on water decks, and we'll see when the expansion come out how the synergy will be. Yeah, okay, next we have Dewpider and Araquanid. Nothing special from Dewpider, just a basic Araquanid. 2 colorless energy, head strike 40 damage. Water colorless, liquidation 80 damage. During your next turn, any damage done to this defending Pokemon by attacks increase by 60. Wait, what? Any damage done to the defending Pokemon by attack. Defending Pokemon. Oh, okay, so the opponent's Pokemon will receive 60 extra damage next turn, regardless of who attacks. I'm not sure if I get that correctly. That is actually quite interesting, but I feel there are a lot of other potentials in water decks. You know, there are a lot of good water Pokemons that are coming out, so why would I choose this? I mean, if you do 160 damage, that's actually quite big, but still, you need to have the same defending Pokemon. Your opponent's Pokemon can easily run away. You just need to keep switching so you make sure that you're not getting the extra 60 damage. So yeah, I'm not really excited about this. There are just too many competitors for water type Pokemon. Okay, next up, we are on the electric type. We have Pikachu and Raichu. The Pikachu is nothing special. Okay, the Raichu evolution from Pikachu. Nuzzle, flip a coin. If hit, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Okay, I remember. Then this Pikachu has this Nuzzle attack also, means that your Emolga will be able to search for it. That is definitely one good thing if you're considering to play Pikachu and Raichu. But honestly, I haven't read the second attack. Okay, second attack, Powerful Spark, 20 times damage. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of lightning energy attached to your Pokemon. This is good. Oh, I think this is good. First thing first, right? You can search your Pikachu and Raichu using Emolga, like I said, because of the Nuzzle ability. And it's not ability, of the Nuzzle attack. And 20 times the amount of lightning energy. You can start making your Nuzzle deck again. The Nuzzle deck, I remember there is this Pachirisu that can charge energy. And you can even just use it in your Reshizard. Okay, that's not Reshizard, that's the Pikachu Zekrom. In the Pikachu Zekrom deck, because one of the weakness of Pikachu Zekrom is usually they only have one non-GX attacker, which is a Zapdos that does 80 damage. So you're facing against Keldeo GX. It's very likely that you will run out of non-GX attacker before you are able to knock out that Keldeo GX. And this will be a very good addition for Pika Zekrom to, you know, get a more non-GX attacker that can actually do a lot of damage. So why not you set up your your Pikachu and Zekrom first, use it to charge more energy, and after that you just evolve your Raichu, and your Raichu with one lightning energy can do a lot of damage to your opponent. I'm pretty sure you can one hit the opponent's Keldeo GX after a few turns. Yeah, and honestly you can also play it with, you know, Magnezone. Magnezone, the one will be that is usually played with Zeraora, the non-GX one. Yeah, the one that helps you charge energy. So you can use it to charge energy as many as possible to do as much damage as possible that you want using your Raichu. So I can see this either being played in the GX deck as a non-GX attacker, or you can play it in the Nuzzle deck, or you can also play it in the Magnezone Zeraora deck to have another attacker that is easily get ready compared to Zeraora itself. Okay, that's a very good card indeed. And let's move on now. Okay, then we have Magnemite and Magneton. Okay, Magnemite. Okay, a basic Pokemon. Okay, not very interesting. A Magneton has this ability Beacon. Once during your turn, you may choose up to 3 supporter cards from your deck, refill them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. This Pokemon is now knocked out. So basically this is a similar gimmick like Mismagius. Mismagius knocked out yourself and draw until you have 7 cards in hand. For this one, you knocked out yourself and find 3 supporter cards. Find 3 supporter cards from your deck. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Chibi brought out this card a lot of times before because he wants to play it with some decks, but I cannot remember what deck is that. One thing that I know, of course, Slowbro Psyduck can play this maybe, but it's a good card to find your, you know, your important supporter cards like your Prism card supporters. Not sure if people still play that, but yeah. Okay, honestly, I don't really remember what this card can be placed with, but I can see some potential. So we'll just see when it comes out, how will it be. Alright, let's just move on. I really forgot about that. So let's just move on. So Galio and Lunala GX. So this time our tag team GX has Lily on the art card. Yeah, interesting. The first attack, 4 energy, Cosmic Burn, 230 damage. This Pokemon can't use Cosmic Burn during your next turn. So, okay. Just a big damaging attack and you can't use this next turn. So most probably you're going to retreat and send another thing. Okay, then the next one is... Okay, I'm pretty sure it's the GX attack, Light of the Goddess, 200 damage. If you played Lily's best effort from your hand during this turn, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to each of your Pokemon. Okay, this is actually very strong. I think it's actually quite similar to, you know, Mewtwo and Mew tag team because it heals up. Okay, it heals up, but this one prevent all damage. The good thing is it does not only protect your Lunala and Solgaleo, it protects everything that you have. So let's say you really use the GX and the opponent great catcher or custom catcher one on your bench, tag team GX, you are safe for 1 turn. So this is like a game changing move that can help you survive 1 more turn. So a very good thing. I'm quite concerned about the large energy requirement because you need 4 energy for the only attack and it doesn't even able to use it the next turn. But looking at the retreat cost of 2, right, that just reminds me of the Stuffle and Beware again. Nah, I should stop saying that. But I feel if you really want to play this card, we can consider, of course, Malama, and yeah, Malama. Then you can charge it using Malama. You know, I mean, if Giratina can survive using Malama, why not this card? And you can use it together with Stuffle and Beware to decrease the retreat cost to 0, so you can you don't shift around with another one, so you will have two at the same time to keep changing, to keep using cosmic burn each turn. Then at the same time maybe you can run a bit of healing also with quick potions, mixed herbs and other stuff, so that will become a good attacker. And if you need to, then of course you can use the GX to save you one more turn. Okay, I can see this card being played. I'm actually quite interested also. Not sure whether it'll be very expensive or not because of the Lily, but let's see. Okay, actually I haven't seen if you play Lily's best effort. I didn't pay attention so much to it, so we'll go through the Lily's best effort later, but let me just read to you now so you know a bit. Okay, so Lily's best effort: draw 4 cards from your deck. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand at the end of this turn, shuffle cards into your deck until you have 2 cards remaining. Okay? What? Okay, so the problem for Lily's best effort. Okay, now I see the problems of playing this card. So if you're missing what I was saying just now, you draw 4 cards, and at the end of the turn you must make sure that you have less than 3 cards in your hand, which means you only have 2 cards at the end of your turn. I'm not sure if I'm actually very interested to play that card. The good thing is, if you're playing, you know, psychic type deck, I guess you can run Jirachi with it. Then you don't need to worry that you don't have a supporter for the next turn or any card that can help you next turn. Then at least after you are set up properly, you don't actually need any more supporter cards, so you can just start using your Lily's best effort. Okay, not sure how it will work. Now that I know how Lily's best effort works, it becomes a bit complicated. And the thing is, considering if you're thinking about Malama, Jirachi, the Staffel Beware if you need to, and more Lunalas or Galio, then your bench will be just very full. So yeah, I don't really know. I can see that some people will try to play with it, but not exactly something that will be going to the meta, I say. Okay, then let's just move on. We have Coughing and Wheezing. So Coughing has the ability Blast Bomb. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is discarded by the effect of Roxy, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, there's a note here to resolve Roxy's first. Really? What is Roxy? I guess there are a lot of gimmicks from this set that's making me very confused now. Okay, let's read. Roxy is discard up to 2 Pokemon cards from your hand. For each card you discarded, draw 3 cards from your deck. Ooh, okay, that is actually very interesting. Okay, one thing is I can see this card is definitely going to be played on the Wheezing deck. The problem is you actually need this Coughing to evolve into Wheezing. So you may need to consider other, bench attacker, but you can always drop one of this because you dropped it using Roxy. You can draw 3 more cards and at the same time put 10 damage counter on all of your opponent Pokemon each. So I haven't think about, okay, if you're really thinking of playing this card, you really need to think of your deck's composition, because you need the attacker, you need your Wheezing to attack, but you still need your Coughing to drop with Roxy and stuff. Okay, we'll see. And then Wheezing also has the ability Blast Bomb. Okay, so basically it has the same ability. So again, same thing. If you're really looking to play the Wheezing spread damage deck with this Wheezing, then you really need to calculate properly how much of each of these cards that you actually need. Okay, the attack itself for Wheezing: Balloon Burst, 90 damage. Discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. Why? Okay. I prefer the other Wheezing. Okay, next we have Natu and Xatu. Okay, Natu. Okay, actually the future side attack is quite interesting. Look at the top 4 cards from either player's deck and return them to the top of that deck in any order. So it's similar to Hiker. So you can choose your deck or opponent's deck and choose what you want to put on top cards. The good thing is it's quite flexible, so in case that you're a bit stuck, then you can use this attack to arrange whatever you want to get next. And okay, of course not whatever that, but you have more chance to get what you need next. and if the opponent is stuck, you can just use it to make sure that the opponent is still stuck. It actually has 60 HP compared to the old Natu, the Lost March one with 40 HP, so it's a bit better. Okay, then the Zatu, the evolution, has first attack, ominous wind, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, it's fine. And the second attack, life drain, flip a coin, if haste, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. This is actually very interesting. I think I saw a few of Japanese decks playing these cards with one of the new trainer cards as well. Okay, I guess because this set is focusing a lot on the it's like a synergy between the trainers and the Pokemon, so they actually make the Pokemon to work very well with each of the supporter cards that they need to play with. But yeah. Okay, but other than that, that actually just reminds me of the the wheezing and coughing that we just passed through. So let's say you just use this life drain, then you can totally just use the wheezing, coughing with Roxy next turn, then one of the opponent's Pokemon, which is the active Pokemon, will just be knocked out. The problem is, if the opponent's active Pokemon is charged up, then you cannot really make it die that turn unless it's a tag team or a GX Pokemon, then you have Shrine of Punishment. So one thing is, this will work very well with Shrine of Punishment, but I don't see this deck being very good against non-GX. These cards, Zatu, will only be good against GX and non-GX that you can one hit with the second attack and Shrine of Punishment, because it's a confirm one hit, It's a non-GX that can kill any of your opponent's tag team and GX Pokemon. So it's definitely very good. It's just that I don't see a way that it will be quite useful against non-GX. So we'll see. I'm also quite interested to play that deck, but maybe I'm just going to play that deck again, tag team, to bully people. Okay, now I feel bad. Okay, never mind. Next up we have Frost and Killia. Okay, how long have it take? 13 minutes. Okay, it always takes so long. Okay, we have Frost and Killia. Never mind, I think I'll stop here first. I'll continue with the rest of the cards on the part 2 for Dream League. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys again next time. Bye bye.